Good afternoon, everybody. Birch Video 573 making another video. I know it's been a while, but it's obviously, as you can tell, it's getting about time to mow. And I have a tire sitting in front of me. But the main topic of this video is going to be the 81. Now, I have a couple questions for the people that do know some stuff about these trucks, like these old carbureted motors and everything, like the older audience out there, or just people, even people younger than me that just mess with this kind of stuff a lot. I know carbureted stuff. I haven't really done very much with it, other than swapping filters, and you know, the most I've ever been inside of a carburetor is like a lawnmower carburetor, where I've taken it off and cleaned it. So I know that's completely different from this 650 4-barrel that's this 81's got on this. But the question is, guys, is I'm looking, because my original plan was to 5.3 and 4L60E swap. For those of you that don't know, that's an engine and transmission out of a 99 to 06 model Chevrolet or GMC. And so I've been snooping around for that kind of stuff, and I'm definitely wanting to get a 4L60E. If I can't, I'm looking at a 700 R4 or turbo 400 transmission. It's like a 4-speed basically is what I want. I want to kind of steer clear of the 3-speed like that's in this one for better fuel economy. But what I want to cover is on these how well it would be to get a fuel injection kit for them, because I've looked them up already. I know how much they cost, and I'm just going to show you just how rough this is under here. But I've looked at them, and the one I'm wanting is about $1,000, and it's a Holley EFI system. And obviously, if any of you guys watch a channel like mine, you probably watch a channel like Cletus McFarlane, who has Holley Dominator systems on I think two or three of his vehicles. I'm not sure exactly at the moment, but I know the Dale truck was carbureted and converted to a fuel injection system with a throttle body that looks like a 4-barrel carb, which is what I want. And it's one I'm looking at it's a little cheaper than his, obviously, but that's what I'm looking at, because I think it's gonna be cheaper to do that than to buy a motor and then mess with getting a wiring harness and pulling all of this stuff out and putting all that stuff in and then getting it tuned, because obviously it'll get tuned. Even with the fuel injection kit, it'll probably get tuned. But that's kind of what where I'm at, guys. I just want to ask you guys out there, if you guys know, if you think that kind of stuff is good, or if you would rather see a full-on swap in this, because obviously I'm going to be videoing all of it. Me and Abby are going to be knocking this out together. I'm not sure when it's going to be happening, but it's going to happen. She's pulling back in the driveway. But here's kind of a under the hood view, guys. Obviously you can see it's very, very dirty. No battery. And the tire that we have here is still up, still doing pretty good, but we do have a tire over here that, as you guys can see, has gone down. And it looks like it might be off the bead, but I'm not really worried about it. But this thing is definitely due for a fix-up. I can tell you guys that right now. Also, if you guys want me to make a video that'll go kind of more or less in detail of what we have done with this truck already, like i.e. what my dad has done to this truck while I was a kid, basically, and everything else that I know about this truck that I haven't shared in videos, feel free to let me know in the comments below. And if you want a full video exclusively on the 81, telling you guys everything that you want to know about it, and I will make that video for you guys. So for those of you that is new to this channel, this obviously is my 1981 Chevrolet Scottsdale K10. It's me and the wife's project truck. We're planning on basically completely stripping it down and rebuilding it basically in every way, shape, and form. So I just kind of wanted a base vehicle to work with, which is why we got this truck, and my dad gave it to me for I think I remember it was like $400 or $500. So, I mean, for an old truck like this, even in the bad condition that it is in, $500 is not bad, being as how the motor runs. All it needs is a battery. It doesn't have. All it needs is a battery and gas, because the gas tank is empty from the last time I had it running, and probably an oil change. But it runs and it will drive in first gear, and first gear is actually getting jumpy now. From the last time I drove it, first gear is starting to get jumpy. Second gear is jumping pretty hard and slipping, and first gear is kind of slipping a little bit too, at least like right there at the, while it's cold. And reverse is slipping and jumping pretty hard, and it don't have third gear at all. So obviously it needs a transmission, as I've said in previous videos, but that's kind of what we're working with here. So we've got major plans for this truck, and the new idea that I think I've come up with just as of probably a week ago is that we are going to obviously get a family vehicle, like the guys that have been with the channel for a while know about. We're getting a family vehicle. The Titan is paid off now, but so the Titan is basically our just truck for the moment, being as how nothing is wrong with it at the moment, other than it doesn't have air conditioning because it needs an AC condenser, even though I think the transmission is trying to get weak, or I think fifth gear is trying to go out, actually, overdrive. But regardless, that's our truck for the moment, and I think I'm going to steer clear of trying to get another truck, because for one, I would obviously do away with the Titan completely, and I would want to do stuff solely on the new truck that I get, and that would take away from the project truck on the 81. So I think what I'm going to try to do is I'm obviously get the transmission. Like I've said, we have one found, like I've said in previous videos. For those of you that don't know, we have a transmission found. Our tire salesman has it. We just got to go get it. He's got to dig it out of his shed so we can go get it, and we have to put it in, and then it needs an oil change, it needs a battery, it needs 2 brake lines on the front, because this one is collapsed. We actually had to break the bleeder valve open just to get it here to the house, so there's a lot of air in the system now. But it needs 2 front brake lines, a battery, probably a fresh oil change, and some good fuel in it, or fuel in general, because it doesn't have any fuel in it at the moment. It needs that stuff, and it's roadworthy in a sense. It needs tires too, but I have a set of wheels that I need 2 tires for. It needs all 4 tires, but it has 2 BFGs on it right now that have next to nothing tread on it. The other 2 are up at the shop. They won't hold air, and they're bad, but they need 2 tires on it. But these wheels will go on there for now, and these are 16-inch. I'm going to probably do away with the K5 Blazer wheels, which is what these wheels are. They're K5 Blazer wheels, and they're just 15s. It's got a 31-10-50 on it, but the tires are getting old, and I'm sure they'd hold air if we drove the truck around like it used to be, but there's no telling, guys. But I think that's pretty much gonna do it for this upload, guys. I've pretty much covered everything I need to that I know of at right this second. So tell me what you guys think. What do you guys think? Should I get a motor for it, or an engine, whichever you guys like to call it, motor, engine, whatever? Should I get an engine for it, a 5.3, or should I get the Holley EFI system and just convert it to fuel injection and also get the transmission like I'm planning on doing anyway? Let me know in the comments, guys. I always read all the comments, positive or negative. So if you guys the guys that watch this video and you guys know a lot about these old 80s models and 70s models, because they're pretty much the same anyway. Hope you guys did enjoy. Thank you so much for hitting 600 subscribers. we're climbing up there, guys. Actually, as I'm making this video right now, I think we have either 617 or 619. So I'm a little late on saying thank you for 600 subscribers, but we've been busy. That's why uploads have not been going the way they wanted to. I still need to get update my computer, or the editing software. I have to pay for it, my subscription again, and then I can start using my GoPro again. But like I said twice already, that's gonna do it for this upload, guys. Make sure you guys take care and have a wonderful day.